All right, guys, welcome to our team call. It is May 11th already. Time just keeps going faster and faster all the time. I have been on calls back to back nonstop since 10 a.m. this morning. And it's so funny because on Mondays, it's always my busy day of the week. And this is my favorite day to cleanse. I should have cleansed today because I had no time to eat. And I started with calls, and I've done three-way after three-way after three-way. A couple of them went way over. One of them was I'm creating a consultant, which is something that we're going to be talking about tonight. And I always have kind of a theme or idea what I want to train on these calls. Sometimes I'll bring a guest speaker outside of our team. A lot of times I love to feature our own leaders, people that are in action, having great success, which is what we're going to be doing tonight. But I always have my thoughts together, and then I spend, an hour, 2 hours, couple hours preparing for it. And today it was just so nonstop. It was hysterical. And I'm trying to, like, in between calls, figure out who I'm going to have sharing tonight. And so I'm just so thankful that I have so many amazing people on this team that I can always ask for help. And everybody's always so willing to share and help. And I just adore you guys and appreciate you. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you had great days yesterday. I hope it was a special day for you all. What I want to make sure that you guys have all seen in our business page is all the people that hit fast track to Fiji and got their $200 bonuses. If you're one of those people, type in the chat box, I did it, so we can applaud you. There's so many of you on the call that did it. 5 enrollments. Tell me I did it in the chat so we can celebrate you guys. A couple of you are overachievers, and you did 7. I think we have an 8 among us tonight. So excited. Tiffany Keller, you're a rock star. Marina Russell, you guys, I'm just so stinking proud of you. And your work pays off. And I think sometimes people, they get discouraged if they're planting seeds and reaching out and doing their DMOs, and they're not seeing the results of their reach outs. And then they have a week or two like these guys have experienced, and then they realize, all right, it's such a timing thing. And that's why we just never ever want you guys giving up. Check it all out, all the people that did it. Tiffany, Lisa, Megan, Marina, Dana, Kendra, Lindsay, Rob. So exciting. And I know there's a lot more of you guys. So go down the Synergy page. Congratulate everybody that did it, you guys. It's such a big deal. It really is. Eric Worre says if you enroll 10 people in your career, that's awesome. And you guys are doing, 5 in 2 weeks and then some. So kudos to you. All right, next thing I want to make sure is on all of your radar. I posted about this, and I think I just saw another new post about it in the Synergy page, is tomorrow's special call with Fraser Brooks. And I'm gonna share my screen with you really quick. I cannot remember if I shared a video with you guys last week or not, so I'm not gonna do that again, but I did. I just want to make sure you guys have him on your radar. Tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern time, he is doing a special call for us. Go to his website. I just downloaded his free guide, how he built a team of over 300,000 customers using social media. Now more than ever, when we haven't really been doing a whole lot of belly to belly, we've been doing most everything on social media and on the internet. His teaching is so perfect. Like, the timing of this is so perfect. And I can't thank Christine Wolf enough for getting Fraser for a call for us. But anyway, his strategies are awesome. This is a great thing. Whenever I have someone that's coming on and doing something special for us, I just like to research them a little bit. So I went on and I bought his book. It's taking forever to get here, but I did download this. So go to his website. If you guys want to hear a little of him before the call tomorrow, go to his podcast, go to his YouTube station and check him out. I think you'll be really pleased with what you see. So 12:30 tomorrow, there's a Zoom link in the Synergy page. Try to be on live if you can. We're going to record it, but try to be on live, try to be on camera, take notes, write in the chat box, let him know how grateful we are for his time, because his time is invaluable and it's so awesome. He's giving it to us for free to pour into you, and I'm so excited about that. All right, I'm going to stop my share, and then I just want to share one quote with you before we get into tonight's topic. And that is a Tony Robbins quote. And it is, your life changes the moment you make a congruent and committed decision. And so much of what we do in network marketing, when we are going for 5 enrollments for the Fiji Fast Track $200 bonus, when we're going for the Crystal Director Rank Advancement bonus that expires this week, this is it, guys. If you have missed this, and you're on your Crystal reset now, or you've maybe been executive before and you're trying to earn it for a second time, or maybe the highest rank you've ever hit is manager and now you have the opportunity to hit director, we have this week in order for you to do it. The director bonus, as you guys know, is $750. Who couldn't enjoy an extra $750 right now? I mean, can't we all? And then you also get the $100 bonus for everyone that you rank advance to consultant. So there is a lot of money. For some of you, that might mean $1,350, not including PIBs, double PIBs, and cycling. So that is a lot of money. And I would love to see as many people that just earn Fiji or more earning this bonus. And so I know a lot of you are on track for that, working hard for that. And that's what we're going to talk about. So what I'd like to do is ask Tiffany, I'm going to have you introduce Helena for us, if you would, because Tiffany, you guys, is someone that I've known her for years. We were in our last business together. She is such a professional. Anything she does, she is such a professional, and she has such a beautiful, abundant heart, always willing to share. She, we do a lot of 11-day resets and different things, just trying to keep people engaged, get new clients interested in the program, maybe get some customers that have fallen off to come back on. And she did a 5-day reset that she learned about on a call, put it out, had tremendous success with it with her team, and then shared it with all of our mastermind group to try to help people. So I love her. I love her abundant heart. And it's no surprise at all that she has leaders rank advancing and promoting because they're following her lead. So Tiff, if you would just please welcome Helena and introduce her so I can ask her a couple questions, I'd appreciate it.
Sure, absolutely. Happy to. So yes, Helena, I mean, I just can't say enough awesome, wonderful things about her. She has been using the products for a little over 2 years and really started off very slowly as far as using the products. She was looking for something just to help with the baby weight. She has 2 very, very young kids and is working this around her young kids. But when she started feeling as good and getting the results that she really wanted, she couldn't help but not share with her friends, and it just really happened naturally. And let me also share that Helena is a Les Mills instructor. She's a group fitness instructor at a couple local gyms around here, one being the YMCA, which I'm sure everybody's familiar with. I mean, she works out hard, but obviously, just like a lot of us have experienced, getting some of that weight off is not all about exercise. It's about the nutrition we're putting into our body. And she finally found a solution with our products that was working for her. And then once she saw how well she was getting paid for referring it, and then got the bug, just like a lot of us, and saw our compensation plan, it was awesome. But the one thing that I will share that I just love about Helena is she is so coachable. And that's a key to being successful in this. So coachable and willing to work, willing to do what it takes. And when she sets a goal, she makes it happen. I mean, this Crystal Director goal that she hit, and she wanted to hit it by this past Sunday instead of waiting till the very last minute. When she set that goal, she was willing to do whatever it took to make it happen. But this was not the first goal she's done like that. I mean, she's had other goals where, she actually just last month, she was going for the manager pool bonus, and she had that last week to get her cycles up, that one extra cycle, because that's when the leader in action was increasing your cycles. And we worked together to figure out how to get the cycles. And that's actually how the 5-day reset came about. I found out about that, and that was what really helped. So she is coachable. She's willing to do what it takes. And she's also very consistent. She's now using Team Z, loving Team Z to help her be consistent. So, I mean, just like we hear all the time, just consistency is key. Being in action is key, and focusing on the positive and helping her team. She really digs down and helps her team. And I think one thing she's going to share with you is how she has felt so much like a proud mama to her team because it's just so fun when you see them achieving things, and you sometimes forget that, oh wow, I'm actually achieving things because they're achieving things. So
Yeah.
Helena, welcome. We're so happy to hear from you.
Oh, that was awesome. Helena, thank you and congratulations on Crystal Director.
Thank you so much. It's exciting.
Oh, well, we are so excited to hear from you. And, you know, I think where I'd like to start is I totally believe, and we're going to talk mindset next after we're done asking you a couple questions. I think so much of hitting this rank advancement for you, for everyone else going for it right now, is all right up here. Did you make that conscious decision? I'm going for this. It's going to happen no matter what. Like, how much of this was mindset for you?
I mean, so much of it is, I visualized it. I needed it to happen. I think like most people here, or many of us, we're a zero income household, apart from Isogenics right now. So for us, it was like, this is there, it's money on the table. This is an opportunity. Why would I let that go by? What do I have to do to achieve it? Because you guys are giving us all of these tools. You're giving us what we need to do in order to make it happen. And so I've got a naked little girl about to run in the
Okay, don't worry.
Okay, let's go to daddy. And so, you know, again, I needed to take account of what I needed to do to make that happen. I've been taking part in the Spring Business Boom group, which has been incredible for giving me the tools I needed to make this happen. And like you said, using Teamsy, doing my DMO sheets. I know they've been mentioned before, but I needed to have that reason and that focus and something to light that fire up my bum to really make me say that nothing's going to come that's going to veer me away from that path. So visualizing it was super important. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's great. And I think too, a lot of times when you have that attitude, I've heard so many top leaders say, they really look at this like this is their plan A, their plan B, their plan C. There's no other option. And when you really treat it like that and you take it that seriously, things do start to fall into place for you.
But I think it's important as well. If you know it's going to happen, you just have to have that mindset of saying it can happen. I see it happening. There's no question of saying, well, why isn't it happening to me? Because as soon as you start thinking that, you're almost saying, well, I don't deserve it. But it's like, it's there. It's there for you to have. If you want it, you can make that happen. And again, with the support of the people like you and Tiffany and those guys around us, I just felt like I was making excuses before. And as soon as I let those excuses creep in, it doesn't happen. And when I take those excuses away, then the path is there for us to follow. And it worked. Again, it was just what you guys tell us to do. If we are consistent in doing it, brings the people to us. And it's just been proven, not again, just recently, but also in the past when that's the approach I've taken.
Okay, so share with everybody, how many consultants did you have to make last week in order to hit director? Did you have to? I
think in the last 3 weeks, I need 3.
3, okay. So tell everybody.
It was 3 in the last 3 weeks was with what I was
going for. Okay. How were you able to do that?
Let's get on.
Can you hear me okay?
So again, part of it was through these 5-day the 5-day resets that Tiffany had brought up, and that was really helpful for me as a way for getting back on track, contacting people on my team to say, look, we can do this together. I can help you get to manage, I can help you get more consultants. By doing that, you're going to help me. So that really made a huge difference in getting my whole team really fired up, going out there, talking to contacts that they had, talking to people that they'd spoken to before that we thought weren't interested anymore, but getting them back on board, getting them interested again. And I think it was where we had thought that we should give up on certain people. The key for us was don't let them go. Like, it may take 6 months, it may take a year, but keep reaching out to them, keep that contact going, because they may at some point say, you know, now is the right time for me, now is when I'm going to join. Of those 3 consultants that I did bring in, again, 2 of them have been on my team for a long time. They just needed to have, again, that push to let them know that I was going to be by their side with Tiffany's help as well, to help them get those people on their team.
Yeah, awesome. And so I'm sure executive is on your radar for July 12th.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I've got that on my calendar. I'm like, okay, this is what I need to be targeting each week. thinking about how am I going to go about that, looking again at the right and the left side, and looking at the people on my team and how I can continue to build them. So yeah, again, once you kind of get a taste of it, you're like, well, if I can achieve this much, I can do that other step too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I love when Kip said that you're so proud of your people. I mean, I was sharing on a 3-way call today that this is the most fulfilling thing that I've ever done, because I play a role in helping people. And when you can help people, 1, feel better, but 2, get their products paid for, or right now, if this is the only way people are earning income, oh my gosh. I mean, how wonderful does Tiffany feel right now that this is helping you and your family financially? Like, oh, what a gift.
Absolutely. And the people who helped me get to the director, the people who became consultants, again, I've got a girl who's a hairdresser who obviously lost all her income, who has a 3-month-old baby. It's so important to her to be starting to bring in that income. Someone else whose husband is a mushroom farmer, again, they've lost an incredible amount of income right now. And she didn't used to be bringing in the income, and now she is. So it's just a ripple effect. And I think for me, that's meant a lot for me to realize that and understand that and get past the fact that, yes, I'm doing this for me, but it's so much more than that. And if other people are benefiting, then this is just a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. Well, congratulations. We are so proud of you. And I hope that she's really inspired you guys, that if she can do this, so can you. This can happen for brand new people, and it can happen for people that have been around for a while. But I think Tiffany hit the nail on the head. Helena is coachable. She's consistent. Her heart is in the right place. She wants to help and serve people. That is why this happened for her. She's got that go for it attitude and wants to help people. So big applause, Helena. Look at all the notes people are writing in there for you, and copy it and save it. If you're ever having a bad day, you go back and look at all those nice notes people are saying. Awesome. All right, so I really want to get to like what I truly believe. I can teach you guys the skills of enrolling. I can teach you the skills of creating consultants. Helena just shared, she got people to do the 5-day reset. They brought friends in with them to create consultants. You know, we can share all of that with you guys, but if you don't have the proper mindset, that's really, really what is so hard for me to teach. And that's why I talk about personal development all the time. We've got a bunch of wonderful mindset people on the call, and I might be calling on a couple of you. Tyler and I had just had a big conversation about this. Tyler, I know you guys have had so many rank advancements on your team in the last couple of months. I can't even keep track anymore. It's just constantly congratulating people on rank advancing. What can you share with everyone? What is it that is helping your team with all of these rank advancings, mindset wise?
Yeah, so congrats, Helena. That's awesome. That's super exciting. Can't wait to see you hit executive. And Helena just answered that question if you listened to what she said. I mean, asked her what it took to get there. She didn't say, like, this is the script I said, or this is the verbiage I used, or, you know, asked her, like, how did she make it happen? 3 consultants in a week. What did you do? And she didn't talk about, like, the process as much. She talked about the fact that, like, hey, I want to help people get their products paid for. Hey, I want to, help people get paid during this time. I believed I could do it. And all she was talking about was the way she thought, right? She didn't talk about that. And it's easy to get caught up in the how-to stuff. It really, really is. But how simple is the how-to of creating a consultant? What skills can you even teach about that? It's like, hey, you're loving the products. You want to find 2 people that want to do it with you? Hey, I can try to make $500 this week if you want to join my team. Like, it doesn't really matter so much what you say. I mean, the how-to part is really insignificant. But one thing I do want to share quickly before whatever other questions you have, Mom, is why this works. Because it's easy to say, like, okay, mindset. I get it. My mindset. I believe I could be director. I could believe I could do it. But the result is, I'm a very results-driven person. Results tell us what's going on. And if the result is, hey, I'm having a hard time creating consultants, and that's a result that continues to show up over and over and over again in your journey, like you're doing a great job enrolling, you got people to work with, but you're having a tough time creating consultants. If that result keeps showing up, it's not a matter of how to, really. It's something deeper than that. And this is, I know, a lot of the guys that I talk to and girls I talk to on a daily basis with my team, like, they've seen this before, but I want to share this quickly and just rehash it again because it's so good. This is like basic behavioral psychology, and it's really important to understand, because if the result is, hey, I'm having a tough time creating consultants, most people stop at the observable line here above the water on this iceberg. What's this phrase about icebergs is 75% of it's below the water, something like that. Most people stop with results and behaviors. Like, okay, I'm going to get on the call. I hope Helena can teach me exactly what the behavior is, the habits, and the things I need to say in order to get the result of hitting director. But we're forgetting 75% of the picture, which is this piece down here. And again, this isn't like hokey stuff. It's very easily explainable with science. If the result's not there, the behaviors is what's causing that. But if we stop there, we miss this part, because the behaviors, when it comes to the business, it's very hard to identify what the problem is. Some of you guys have might been on a call with someone before, and you're like, wow, I wish I could talk like Helena does. I wish I could talk like Richard Lynn does. Like, I wish the behavior was every. You can't quite put your finger on what it is they do differently. It's like, what is he doing differently? It's because his beliefs are different, and the behaviors are slightly different. So Helena's tone of voice and her facial expressions and her body language might be just a little bit different than yours, which is leading to a totally different result. Even though you're saying the same words she's saying, using the same script or the same verbiage she's saying, you might not be communicating it the same way she is, because only 7% of communication is what's coming out of your mouth. The rest is your facial expressions and your body language. And that is influenced by your beliefs and your thoughts and your emotions, right? So Helena, you heard it. She answered the question. I can do this. I knew I was going to do it. She believed she was helping people. She didn't believe she was just chasing a bonus or a rank. She believed in what she was doing, and those beliefs impacted her habits, her behaviors. And those behaviors is what got her there. And that's what we've been working on with our team. And that's why we're having the rank advancements we are. We talk about beliefs, because if the belief part is right, the behavior part is easy. You'll figure out the how-to stuff. It's not, again, it's so easy. It's so easy.
Yeah, and I know we've talked on this so much. Every time I have a Super Saturday and Susan Wheeler comes to town, I have her almost always share on beliefs and mindset, because, she always says, what do you say, Susan? What's your thing you always say about mindset?
It's not one thing, it's everything.
It's not one thing, it's everything. And, your enrolling has gone way up lately as well. And do you think this is a mindset thing as well for you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because when you're focusing on making things happen, that's where you go. So it's a mindset. It's all a mindset. I went for a big rank advancement, and it was complete mindset. I didn't, all I knew is that was what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it. It wasn't lined up. The stars weren't aligned. So I think when you are going for anything at all, if your head is not in the right place, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Mm-hmm. It really isn't. And you're not going to attract the right energy either. So I have this sticker on my computer. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of bright in here. It says, no matter what. So I wrote this Post-it note, and sometimes you have to remind yourself that when you're going for something, like Helena was just saying, she had zero income. She had to do it. It was no matter what, non-negotiable. And if you don't have that mindset, there's always a reason to quit. Somebody will look at you the wrong way, and you won't talk to anyone else for the rest of the day. There's so many ways to take yourself out of the game, and there's really only one way to keep yourself in the game, and that's not letting go right here. And I'm a marathon runner, so I always like to use this analogy whenever I am running a race. And when you get towards the end of a race, it's exhausting. You give a lot in the beginning, and especially I'm a distance runner, so you've got to keep up the pace. You just got to keep going. Even when you're tired, you just have to keep moving. And I can't tell you how many times I've watched someone go by me, or I would see someone ahead of me. Maybe I've been running for a couple of hours, and I'll see someone ahead of me that does not look like they are in the best shape. I would think, gosh, they might have a funny running style, or you know, maybe they're heavier and not a typical runner's body. And I so admire those people because they're where they are in this race because of their mindset. It has nothing to do with their, sure, you need to have some training and all that, absolutely. But it's the mindset. And sometimes when I'm running, someone will run by me that I should clearly be blowing away, but I look at them and I think, yep, your head's in the game right now and mine is not. So a lot of times I think it's important when we're on these calls and we're listening to everyone sharing what their success is. And like Tyler was saying, it's not about the script. That's the least amount to do with it. It's about your energy. It's about your mindset. And you call it your why, whatever it might be. But when you're bound and determined that you're going to do something, you make it happen no matter what. No matter what.
I love that. That's a good sticky note for those of you that, thank you, Susan. For those of you that need a little word of encouragement, put that on a sticky note. I also just saw Cody Thompson put in the chat, I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how, it just is, Michael Miller. And I love that. So I don't know, Michael, was that your quote for manager, or is that what you're saying for director right now? Are you able to unmute? Nobody knows that I'm asking them tonight, so I appreciate you guys unmuting and helping me.
No, yeah, that's just my mentality behind hitting director next Monday or Tuesday.
Hey, you know it's going to happen. Not know how, but you're going to make it happen.
I had no clue how.
Well, I know I, for one, cannot wait to see the video of you ripping off all of your sticky notes all over the place, because I'm sure they're everywhere. There they are. That's great. That's great. All right, Tyler, sorry, I left you hanging there. So for me, I really want people to get so fired up after this call to hit director. So what I want to share, I mean, we had Richard on this call who, how many consultants did he get in 1 week to hit executive? Was it 8?
Yeah, 8.
8 consultants in 1 week. If Richard can get 8 people to share with 2 people in 1 week, we can have people on this call right now get 6, right? So what is their mindset? What do they need to be thinking and doing this week?
It's back to exactly what I wanted to start with, the whole iceberg thing, because we don't want to preach to you here. This is easy. This is actually pretty easy stuff to get the belief part right to lead to the result. What I've learned is every time I don't have a result I want. So for when I was stuck at director for 6 months and wasn't hitting executive, what's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? I learned this lesson. I realized, okay, I have a belief here that's leading to the behavior, that's leading to the result of not hitting executive. You got to be willing to question every belief you have. I'm like, okay, what's my belief? It's probably wrong. Whatever I'm thinking is probably wrong, because we have all these thoughts and beliefs and stories in our head, and most of them are false. Most of them are not based in reality. So somebody on this call right now wants to hit director this week, and maybe you already have 1 or 2 consultants. You have a belief in your head that, man, 4 consultants in a week is really, really hard, especially for me, because I only have 10 hours a week to put towards this. And I've already talked to a lot of my warm market, and my people just want to try the products. They don't want to share, and you got all these things going on in your head. And if you just take a step back for a second and listen to some of this stuff going on in your head from an outside perspective, say, wow, that sounds really stupid. You speak out loud some of the words going on in your head, you realize how stupid it sounds. Oh, everybody I talk to, they don't want to share. Who doesn't want to share with 2 people and make some money? Everybody wants to do that. It's the thought that's leading to your behavior. You're probably approaching it in a weird way. It's not weird at all to share with 2 people and make money. Everybody wants to do that, but your belief is leading to some weird behaviors, which is leading to the lack of results. So whatever that story is in your head, speak it out loud and realize that, hey, this is probably false. The exact opposite is probably true, which is my 10 hours a week is plenty of time to do this. And I have 7 customers active at 100 BV right now. If I can get 6 of those 7 to share with 2, I hit director. And you start speaking out loud the opposite, you realize that the voice in your head is really stupid all along, and you know better. And it's so easy to rewire some of these beliefs because you're seeing it. I mean, Helena just did it. Richard had 8 consultants in a week. I mean, that's how you rewire your belief. You don't just, if you hear that and you're like, oh, good for Richard, of course he could do it. And that's wrong. You have to realize, wow, Richard could do that, so could I. And that should help you build that belief, because if Richard could do it, so could you. I hope all you guys heard his story with no network, no skills, a terrible past, couldn't speak English till he was 16 years old. And he did that. He had 8 consultants in a week. So none of us have any excuse that we can't. I know I don't. I have 3 more to go for my director reset. And I'm going to get it done this week, because I know if Richard can, then I can. And that's the belief we all need to have. So I challenge you to speak out loud that stupid voice in your head that's holding you back, and then replace it with what the reality is. And the rest will be easy. The rest will come.
Yeah. And I speak about that all the time, what we say and what we think. And you know, Rod Hairston taught us that very well when we went through our Growth U certification. You know, what you speak and what you say and what you think, what you focus on, you find. So if you guys want this director reset, you really must focus on that and that only. I mean, honestly, what Tiffany and Helena said, we probably could have stopped the call at that point, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit more tonight. But what they said was so powerful. And Helena said she got rid of all of her excuses. We all have them. I mean, don't we all have excuses, you guys? I mean, I have heard, I'm afraid to put it out there right now what I'm doing because of the virus. Okay. Don't even let that enter your head. Enrollments are up, rank advancements are up, sales are up. This is the perfect time. There are so many people like Helena who have 1 income or down to 0 income right now coming into the home that this could bless. So it is so, so important what we say, what we focus on, what we think. If you have to put sticky notes everywhere, put them everywhere. It is so much fun. If you guys did not follow Michael Miller at manager, I want you to follow him for director. He did an Instagram story, and he just ripped all these sticky notes off all over his apartment. It was the coolest thing. So I just want to make sure you guys are all in the right place. So I want everyone who is still going for it to type in the chat how many consultants you need to hit director by Sunday to get that rank advancement bonus. Now, some of you might already be director and you won't be able to go for a reset until you hit executive. So I know this doesn't apply to absolutely everyone on the call, but for most of you, I wanna know how many you need. I need 3 myself. Very, very cool. Look at that. And I want, even those of you that need 6, I want you to know that it's possible. I want you to get off this phone call knowing if you just work on your belief system and you change this just a little bit, this could absolutely be your reality too. Look at that. Cody needs 10.
Can I add something else quick, Mom?
Please, yeah.
I saw this today. I actually posted on my Instagram story. I think it's really relevant. I just thought of it. But one of my favorite books of all time, The 4-Hour Workweek, great quote from it. It says, "There's no difference between a pessimist who says, oh, this is hopeless, I might as well not even bother, and an optimist who says, don't bother doing anything, it's going to turn out fine anyways." And I think in this bubble of positivity, it's easy to be the latter there. It's easy to not, your fear is disguised as optimism. Like, you don't actually believe you can do it, but you're like, it's all going to work out. I'm just going to focus on it and it's going to happen. It's a little bit more than that. I'm not trying to sit here and preach just belief. Yes, you have to do the work, but you have to truly believe you can do it. Not just like, oh, it's going to work out, because that's optimism. That's really fear. You have to be optimistic, but you have to say, okay, here's what it's going to take. You have to be willing to map it out and say, here's where I need 100 BB order, 100 BB order, 100 BB order, and visually look at it, because then it's real. And then you can do the work. And one more thing I'll give you guys, the last piece. We've talked for 33 minutes, and now we'll give one how-to thing, because that's how it should be. 99% of it is belief and 1% how-to. I just sent a couple of these messages. Hey, Kate, you've been a loyal customer for 6 months. You're always ordering. You're active. You could actually make $300 this week in referral rewards. If you're open, I'd love to show you how to do it. If not, no big deal. But just wanted to let you know I was looking at some numbers, and you can make $300 this week by referring 2 friends that might want to, join you on this journey. Simple message like that. Somebody right now might need that $300, and they might be like, show me exactly what I need to do. That's all it takes. Very simple. I'm sure everyone on this call might have a customer they could reach out to and say something like that. And if your beliefs are in the right place, your tone of voice and your emotions and your facial expressions will be perfect, and they'll be like, huh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll listen to that. Let me check it out. Versus if your belief is, hey, I'm trying to hit my own rank and I'm focused on me, and that changes your tone of voice, and the person's just going to ghost you. Like, what is this? I don't want to help them. But come from that place of like, hey, I'm going to help this person make $300 this week. everything will be easy. So I just wanted to add that.
Yeah. And you guys know we preach that all the time. It is so not about us. I mean, I want to see you guys earning this bonus, but more than that, I want you to have that feeling that Tiffany Keller has to feel right now, because she played a huge role in helping Helena earn income during this season that she's in right now. I can't even imagine. I'm sure she's shed some tears over this, because it is the most fulfilling thing in the world. So, you know, we say it's not about us. It's not about the money. It's so much more than that, you guys. And I just want every one of you to be able to experience that fulfillment. I was on a 3-way today, and I was sharing that this is the most fulfilling thing I have ever done in my life. I play a small role in helping people feel better. I play a small role in helping people get their products paid for. And for those that really, really want this, I play a small role in helping them do more. Maybe they're paying down their mortgage. Maybe they're paying off their student loan debt, whatever that is. And there is just nothing that brings me more gratitude and fulfillment. And I just want that for every single one of you guys. So I love you guys. And I cannot wait to see how many Crystal Director rank advancement bonuses this company has to give out, because of my team, because of you guys, because you're all amazing. And we'll be celebrating that. We'll have some of these new directors share, because we're going to go right on to that, to executive. I want to see so many of you guys getting there, because executive is where it's at. I was talking to Cody Thompson. I'm going to call him out. I think it was Saturday over the weekend. And he's like, Cindy, that executive bonus, that $750, that pays my rent. That pays my bills. And I want that every single month. That's a big deal. And I don't know about most of you, but I'm assuming that extra $750 a month and $1,000 every 3 months could be a major game changer for you, for your family, for your income. And I want that for all of you guys. So if you have any questions, reach out. If you need help, reach out. If you need people to help you with 3 ways to really maybe cast that vision for you, for your people, for your team, let us know. We're here to support you, help you. We love you, and we really want to see you guys succeed. So have a great night. Thank you guys for sharing. Helena, we're so proud of you, girl.